All right, I want to welcome everyone here today. We are here at our Unmute and Recharge session for February 9th. Thanks for joining us. We have some fabulous presenters for you today. Just before they start, if you haven't registered, you have the session number 267401. You can register for the session and sign in with remote check-in code PSJA Tech. Please keep your mics muted. And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll make sure we try to answer those questions for you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over now. We have Yesenia Resendez. She's our teacher CIT at Dodines Elementary, and she has a fun presentation for you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to turn it over to Yesenia. So take it away, Yesenia.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and share something called Animate drawings. So let me go ahead and pop that up. And it's basically an app that allows you to animate your students' drawings. Can we see my screen? Okay, so then let me go ahead and show you how it works. This is the link. I'll go ahead and drop it in a minute so you can see how the website works. And it's this one right here. And the steps are pretty easy. All you have to do is upload your students' drawings, and then it's going to animate it in multiple ways. So let me just go ahead and show you because it's better as a visual than the explanation. So you would upload your photo. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pick one that I have. It's not necessarily a drawing. I didn't have time to get any drawings for my kids, but it worked with like a clip art that I had here. Let's see. I'll just use the Supergirl picture. And then, so basically, like if your kiddos draw a picture, you would upload their photo here. Then you would put next. And this is just asking if you would like to donate to our research, as like the company is still like working on making it better. So you would just agree. Then it'll allow you to crop your photo or picture based on like what you want your kids focus to be on. So for example, they have a little demonstration here in the corner. You can crop it out or crop only one picture out and just make sure it fits in the boxes. Then you would go to the next one. Then in case your entire character doesn't get highlighted, you want to make sure that the whole character is highlighted so that all parts of your character are animated. And the little highlighter tools are right here so that you can fill in any spaces that didn't get highlighted, like in the example. Here we're good, so we're going to continue. And then it does tell you that if your character doesn't have arms, to drag the elbows and the wrist joints too far away from the character so that it animates those two. So here, and this takes a little bit of work. I haven't exactly mastered it yet either, but if you just mess around with the joints area, you should be able to animate as much as you can from the picture. So I'm just going to play with it here for a little, make sure I have it set up at least to where the arms will also move. And then once you're ready and you've adjusted your points to where you want them, you would go to next. And so you see, if you don't adjust the joints like correctly, then your picture doesn't exactly come out, right? So then you would go back and you would fix it. And you would just mess around with putting the joints exactly as it would help make it work. And so this is the thing that I'm saying I haven't exactly mastered it. I was able to master it with one picture. And so let me kind of go ahead and show you that example. I'm going to try to do this one more time, see if that helped. So no, it didn't, right? So then let me go ahead and show you the one that I did master, because it did take me a while when I was messing around with it. And this one, I went ahead and I put it on Canva, so that if you wanted to do a little presentation of your kiddos' drawings, you can add them on Canva and it would look something like this. Or you know what, let me put it on presenter mode.
And if it has sound, maybe you can share your sound with us so
Oh,
that
it
we can
does
hear
have,
it.
yes, it does have sound. Sorry, let me put the sound on. I think it's my sound on Teams, right? But I would have to make sure it's on.
Yeah, so you can either unshare and share again with sound, or at the top on the control panels, you should see like a little square where you could share the sound. So whichever is easier for you.
Got it. All right, so then it would look something like this once you're done. So present full screen. And on Canva, you can add music. So that's kind of what I did to my. So that's just a little something that I was able to do. I think the only reason it doesn't work as well with clip art is because it's clip art. But if it was an actual drawing of a kid, you'd be able to work the joints a lot better because there's less like chaos going on, right? Like as if it was an actual clip art. So yeah, I just wanted to show off that little piece. I had a coworker share it with me for the lower grades, and she's like, I want to really like show off my kids' drawings and, you know, give them something to look forward to in class. And so I said, okay, let me check it out for you. And so I went ahead and I tried it out. I thought it was really cute. I think the kids would have like a blast, right? Having their little characters or whatever they draw move and dance and all of that. So I hope you like it. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the link. This time I wanted to share just something fun. I know usually I'm always sharing star strategies or something else because I'm the upper grades, but this time I wanted to share just something fun you could do with the kids, maybe even something you can teach the tech club students how to do. So this is the link.
And you can still incorporate it into your star, you know, objectives, because you can have them draw like a character from the story, or, and, you know, draw
True.
something that relates to your content and animate it. And then if they, can the students talk? Can you add like a voice or only the music?
Not on this one, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they could like, on Vukaroo, you could drop the link inside of Canva with the student's Vukaroo link. So it'll be like integrating like two different technology apps into one.
Good idea. Yeah.
And maybe play it off as a presentation for the kids.
Perfect. I like that.
So yes, that's my presentation. Thank you
Did
so much.
anyone else have any questions for Yesenia? Okay, thank you. That was fun. Thanks, Yesenia. We loved it. All right. Next up, we have Jacqueline Elizondo. So Jacqueline, I'm going to let you go ahead and take control. And Jacqueline's going to show us some Jamboard.
Hi, everyone. So I decided to do Jamboard, and it's not new, right? But I teach the lower grades, so I really like Yesenia's presentation. I feel like the kids would really be into it. Like I actually have all these drawings that they do right after class. So I mean, they like to draw, so I feel like I could incorporate that. Okay, so Jamboard, I'm gonna go ahead and present my screen. And since I do teach the lower grades, right? So let me see this one here. Can you see it? Yes. I hope so.
Yes, we can.
Okay. It's really they're getting to the point where we have to start teaching them how to start typing. That way they're ready for these STAR tests in the upper grades, right? I want them to get familiar with the keyboard. And so far it has been working. So we're doing Jamboard. And so what I like about it is that it's collaborative and engaging. So I have a couple students that are on the shy side and they don't really like to talk. And this allows them to type something in or draw something, since we are able to use those features in Jamboard. And they also collaborate with the class and not just myself, right? Like they get to express themselves through there. And they do get excited about it. I don't know about you guys, but my first graders, even if I ask them to write a sentence, a very short sentence, they're always complaining. So this, I feel they're able to write, right? Because they're typing, they express themselves like in written language, right? But and it gets them excited. It's not just writing all the time. And that's what I really like about it. What I did have trouble with is telling them, do not erase anybody's work. Stick to your own area. Don't go erasing someone else's work, because then they tried hard and like you didn't like someone else to erase your work. So that was only like a learning curve with the first graders that I had. So again, using it with first, I really like it because it's easy to save. As you can see here, I created a folder with just math Jamboard exit tickets. I like using it as exit tickets for math. And you can see here, I recently started it a couple weeks ago, and they're saved there. Instead of having a bunch of paper that they turn into me, I like how I can easily put all these exit tickets onto a folder, and if somebody asks for them, I'm able to pull it out and be like, hey, this is what the kids are doing, right? And I feel like since the upper grades are more knowledgeable in in the sense of their computer and their devices, I feel it would work pretty great with them as well. And the reason I do it with the first grade, again, is to help them out and help the teachers out, like as they progress through their education, you know. So I like it also because Jamboard allows you to do different slides, and I'll do slides 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as an exit ticket for like Monday through Friday kind of thing. And I'll put like the exit ticket question on one side, and then they put their post-its on the other. And then this is an example of my class. And I was pretty firm about having them write their name on the sticky note. That way I know who wrote what, right? And here they would answer the question, but they also drew it, and because it says there in their journal, but since we're doing it here on Jamboard, I had them draw it out, and most of them kind of were able to do it. And then it also helps me because I'm able to put like the student's name and if they were out for that day, and I know if I need to go back and reteach a certain topic or skill for that week, or I know why they might have missed it on the test, I can always see where it is that they may need that additional support. So I'm going to stop sharing this only because I want to really show you how to do it, because my thing was that they would move other people's stickies or like their work. And so what I did was I set it as a background. So I would use the snipping tool, and it did take a while, right? But after that, I already have the template set out, so it's easier to add throughout the weeks or throughout the days, right? To be able to create those exit tickets or that background where they don't move it around. So let me go ahead and stop sharing here, presenting, so I can show you what I mean. Let me see. I don't know. Ah, I lost you. Okay. Let's see. And here we are, right? So what I'll do is put the whole background out, right? And then I'll add the stickies. I'll save them. I'll put their name, right, or their number. We can do that. Save it. And then usually I'll just play with it and put it wherever it is I need it. And then if you assign numbers, I just put their names. That way they already automatically know where to slide their little sticky that they come out to, and they're able to have their names right there. As you can see, they just, because they pop up right here, and they'll just slide them over. So I'll just do that, and then I'll snip it with the snipping tool. I'm so sorry. And it'll save. I'll save the whole screen as a picture, and it'll save into my pictures, right? And then it's easier to add afterwards, after this whole thing, right? It's a little tedious at the beginning, but after a while, you can go to image and you browse your documents or pictures or downloads. And right here, since this one's mine, sticky notes updated because I had updated it, it'll automatically add the students or the background with the sticky notes, and they're no longer able to move it. And this way, at least it has worked with my first graders. They already know it pops out, and all I have to do is put it over my name, and that's how I'll get credit for the exit tickets, or they'll get credit for the exit tickets. So yes, that's what I like about these. It's collaborative for those that don't really like to talk. They're engaged when it comes to this. They get excited for it. And we avoid a lot of problems and a lot of paper. I feel like I'm not a paper person, yet I still end up with a lot of paper. So that's what I like about this, that I can keep it all together. And if my admin were to ask for it, we can easily show the work that the kids have done with technology or with the Jamboard. And I feel also it helps them get familiar with the keyboard and gets them ready for those short responses, I believe, or constructed responses that they have to do for the star. Like it's getting them typing. So that's what I like about this. So I don't know, any questions? Need to stop sharing.
Anybody have any questions? I know I love it. I love your organization. I like your ideas of having like the 5 slides, one for each day, keeping it all together, I like, it's awesome. In the background, great ideas. All right. It doesn't look like we have any other questions, but thank you so much, Jacqueline, for sharing. That was awesome. And you're so right too about getting students, typing and writing those, short answers. That's where we're at, and that's what they need to learn and, know how to do from now on. All right. So up next, we have Angelica Cruz, and she is going to go over Quill with you. So Angelica, take it away.
Hi, I'm from Guerra Elementary. My name is Angelica Cruz. I'm going to talk about something called Quill. I know we tried not to do things that is so much star related, but now that I do 5th grade the majority of the time, and I know that revise and editing is a huge thing this year, and it's a huge part of the STAR test. So we discovered an application that helps with revise and editing, and it's called Quill. So let me go ahead and share. Can you see my screen?
I think it's just coming in. Yes, we see ourselves.
You see yourselves. Okay, yeah. So there. Okay.
There you go.
So I made just some slides. I added to the slides, but basically what I'm going to talk about is how you can use it for revise and edit. It's very interactive. I'm going to give you like an overview about it, how to sign up. It is free. Like to a certain point. It's just like any app where you want extra things, then you do have to pay for it. But as so far, it's been very helpful. So whatever we have that we use that it's free has been very helpful. You know, not just doing paper with revise and editing, and it's worked for the kids. The kids like it, so that's a plus. And you can create a class. I'm going to tell you how to create a class. You could develop reports, and then it also gives you like an activity summary of how much time the kids have used it, what they lack on, and then they'll actually like give them, like, let's say they're having more trouble in revise and edit, then they'll go ahead and give them more, you know, to their level. So, and this is a little bit an overview of what it is. It's an independent practice, you know, as it helps you with grammar. You know, there's tools so they can become better writers, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that because of technology with the texting, they abbreviate a lot and they do not know how to write complete sentences. You know, so we have a hard time with them writing the complete sentences. So this helps a lot because they're actually using technology, but at the same time, they're teaching them how to write with their grammar and spelling. Basically, the website is, this is a website, and I'll go ahead and put it at the end. And you sign up, and this is the options that you get. You know, you put what you know, for student, teacher, even at home or administrator. And then when you sign in, this is what you have. You have your home, you have the classes. You could actually import them from your Google Classroom. You could create your own activities, or you could just have them like have them take the test, and they'll put them where at their own level. So not all of them are the same. And then also, as you can see, it'll tell you like the name of the kid, their score, and then what their average is. So, and it'll tell you like if they're having trouble with comprehension, or they're having trouble with the editing, or they're having trouble with punctuation, any sort of that thing. It gives you a brief report of the student. Another one is like here, it gives you like the targets. Of course, if it's green, like, you know, they're doing well. Yellow, it's like they need some kind of help. And red, well, they need a lot of help. And then if you keep on going, it'll keep on telling you what they're needing help with. So I really like it because, you know, when we teach as a group, we teach one concept at a time when it comes with the revise and edit. So here it actually targets the student itself, you know, and what they're having trouble with. Next, let's see. I don't know, I froze. And then let me go ahead and get out. I also wanted, can you still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, because I can't see myself. So I'm like basically talking to the screen. I don't see you guys. So this is when you sign in. I just wanted to show you, give you like a little example of how it works. This is called, on the learning tools, you have quick proofreader. So this is how it looks when they see it. This is something that they look at. And as you can see, you try the sample activity. And then it'll go by paragraphs, small paragraphs, and then they'll go ahead and see it. Let me see. My computer's lagging. So right here, you can see, right, you read it. And for example, the kids are able to read the paragraphs and then they have to correct. So like, for example, I'm going to give you an example, Antarctica, because it's the name of a place. And then if there's other things that need to be changed. So Like, I'm just gonna do that, and then it'll give you feedback, and it'll tell you, keep looking, you must make at least 5 edits. So it'll keep on telling them, you need to keep on doing it until you get it correct. So until they get it correct, it'll give them like a brief of what they were lacking on, and then it'll give them a lesson. So I think that it's pretty neat because it works independently. They can work independently, and it works to what the student needs. So, and that's it. I want to go ahead and stop.
I like it. Another great tool, you know, and it's very much related to what they're learning, the revising and editing, and also using the technology, which they're going to have to do when they're tested. So perfect. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do. So would you assign them the pre-diagnostic? Because that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yes, and they'll put them on their level. That's what they would. And you could even, it has different lessons, and you can go like, the one that I showed you is more, a little bit higher, you know, the whole paragraph, but there's some where it's just a sentence and they have to do punctuation or capitalization, anything that they need to change. It's all up to you, and you can look at all the lessons once they do the pre-diagnostic test.
Okay. And then so does it, like, if I give them the diagnostic, does it assign them lessons based off of their?
Yes, according to what according to their, you know, what they scored on low.
So like, I wouldn't have to go in there and like assign them myself, right? It'll do it for them.
Or you could assign 2. There's some that you can assign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Because I had tried using it a while back, but I don't know if it just didn't have the import classroom feature, or there was something that I just like couldn't grasp. But now it just seems like they designed it, and now it looks better. So now I want to use it again.
I love it because with the whole writing, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes you just, and they actually think it's fun. Like, can we get on Quill? Can we get on Quill? I was like, okay, yeah, go for it. You know, little do they know it's kind of helping them with their writing skills.
Yes, definitely. Cool.
Nice.
Thank
I don't
you.
know if thank you, Yesenia, for your good questions. I don't know if I missed this, but what grade levels did it address? Do you know?
It could go all the way from first to, it's all low. It could go to any grade. I think it starts in the first grade, if I'm not mistaken.
So do you know, does it go to secondary, or is it more for elementary?
Oh, no, they do it for secondary too.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Because actually what I was showing you right now was actually for a second, you know, 6th
Right,
grade.
it was a little bit more, advanced. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Fantastic. I loved it. Any other questions? All right. Well, I'm just going to share my screen one more time and share with you all our February training calendar. This month, we're getting almost halfway through February. It seems like it's going pretty quick. We do have next Tuesday a Nearpod training session. It's the second in our Nearpod training series on like how Nearpod can address the STAR new question types. And we actually have a presenter from the company Nearpod at those next 2 Tuesday sessions, the 14th and the 21st. So encourage people to come to those sessions. We can get that information firsthand from Jason Clark. He's an awesome presenter for Nearpod. We also have a Java chat coming up on the 22nd. They're early in the morning, 7:15 to 7:45, but if you can join us, we're highlighting some of our CITs this month, and we have one of our elementary CITs, Jeanette. We're going to be interviewing her on that day. So come and join us for those sessions. And we also have actually another session that we haven't advertised yet. We just met with the curriculum department today, and they're going to do like a modeling session next Wednesday. It's called Grammar Time. So you guys are the first ones to hear about it. And it's going to be kind of fun. And they're going to have one of the CLLs will be modeling and talking about good notes that day. So that will be kind of fun. So kind of put that in the buzz of your teacher's ear. We're going to hopefully be sending that out tomorrow, and that will be for next Wednesday. We're going to try it out. But thank you so much for joining us, everyone. And hopefully you'll start using some of these fun tools with your students. All right, take care. I'm going to stop recording.